It's team time. It's team time. It's team time. Hey, hey, hey. It's team time. It's team time. It's team time. Hey, hey, hey. STEAM scholars, help. Do you see our planet Earth? Earth looks so sick. We must do something to help. Good thing this unit is all about recycling, as it will help us discover ways to protect the Earth. To begin, we will start by going over the design process, followed by saying what STEAM stands for. The design process is something we as engineers and scientists will use every time we create or do an experiment. Feel free to say each step with me. With any project, we are going to A, ask, what is the problem or what am I trying to create or solve? B, brainstorm. How can I solve or make what I am trying to create? C, collect. You'll collect information, data, or use prior knowledge to help create your project. D, develop. Start creating your project. E, evaluate. What works? What doesn't work? And what can I do to make it better? F, fine-tune. I will try again until my design is where I want it to be. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Great job! Let's explore. Last week, we learned about recycling. Recycling is taking old trash and sending it off to make a new product. Recycled items can be used over and over again. We learned that reusing is taking old items that you considered throwing away and finding a new use for them. For example, I used a plastic baggie that I used for my lunch and decided to decorate my bag to put my favorite pens and pencils inside for a new pencil holder. In our challenge last week, we reused bottle caps to make found object art collages. Found object art is where you take found objects. We use recycled objects to create unique works of art. What other objects can you think of from home, outside, or school that can be reused to create found object art? Take some time to discuss with your class now. Great discussion. Art is everywhere around us. So I thought of grass, newspapers, broken crayons, leaves, paper scraps, tissue boxes, egg cartons, and so much more. Most of these objects I named are known as recyclables. Recyclables are things that can be recycled, such as paper, like magazines and writing paper, plastics like milk jugs, juice, and pop bottles, glass bottles and jars, aluminum and steel, like soda cans, food cans, and foil, and cardboard that is flattened, like cereal boxes and cracker boxes and pizza boxes, as long as they're not too greasy. Before we jump into today's challenge project, let's discover even more ways to help protect our planet Earth. So far, in our recycling unit, we learned about the 2 R's of recycling. But did you know that there are 3 R's of recycling? That's right. We have learned about recycling and reusing. The 3rd R is reducing. Reducing is cutting back on the amount of trash or garbage we make. Remember, what cannot be used again is known as garbage. Garbage is usually not wanted or worthless. One of the ways we can practice reducing is by using refillable water bottles instead of plastic water bottles. What are some other ways you think we can practice reducing? I bet you all had a great discussion. Other ways to practice reducing is by turning off lights when you're not in the room, turning off water when you are not using the water, making your own presents or cards, and growing your own fruits and vegetables. Reducing helps protect planet Earth by protecting its natural resources. Natural resources is anything that is found in nature that can be used, like water, oil, animals, plants, air, minerals, sand, and stone. Natural resources are broken into two groups: non-renewable and renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are resources that run out or can be used up, like oil and gold. Renewable resources can be used repeatedly and does not run out, such as air, water, and soil. It is now that you know challenge time. So for today's challenge, we are going to practice reducing by reusing material to create a background for the character we created last week. To create the background, we are going to explore the A for art in the word STEAM through printmaking by making a stamp. Printmaking is the making of art by making designs or images by printing them with ink. Printmaking allows you to create the same picture over and over. Take some time to think about your supplies, the character you created, and what kind of background you would like to create to use for a future story in your design process notebook. What story would you like to tell? Where does your character live? What will they see? This process is called storyboarding. Storyboarding is a sequence of drawings representing the shots planned for a movie or television production. Remember, each project for this unit will be used together in the third week. For this project, you will need paint, a paper plate, tablecloths, glue, scissors, storyboard paper, cardboard sheet, a mesh bag, bubble wrap, twine, and cork. So step 1, think about your character and what story you would like to create for the character. My character is an owl. I want my owl to go on an adventure through the forest. Remember, we are just creating the background for our storyboard today. Thinking of the story you would like to create will help you think about the background. Step 2, decide what recyclables you would like to use to create each of your background squares. There are 6 total storyboard background squares. You can decide how many stamps you would like to create with your recyclable supplies. I will demonstrate how to use each of these supplies to print make for your background of your storyboard. Using your cardboard sheet, cut out medium rectangles for however many stamps you would like to make. Step 4, add the paint colors you want to your paper plate. I want my owl to start off with a beautiful sunny day in the forest. So for my background, I'm going to use a mesh bag to create a sunrise. To create a mesh bag stamp, take the mesh bag and you can decide to cut the bag to your stamp size. And place the bag on top of your cardboard and glue the bag on top of the cardboard sheet. To create a bubble wrap stamp, cut your bubble wrap to fit the size of your cardboard sheet and glue down the wrap. I'm going to use my bubble wrap to represent a storm that will happen as my owl is going on an adventure. Be careful not to press too hard or the bubbles will pop. To create a stamp out of twine, I'm going to cut the pieces of twine any size that I want. Then I'm going to lay each piece of twine out on my cardboard sheet in the design that I want. I am going to use my twine stamp to represent trees in the forest. So once you have your layout, you can glue the pieces on your cardboard sheet. Now you're going to flip your cardboard sheet over to the blank side and place some glue on your cork. And then you're going to place your cork in the middle of the cardboard sheet. And this will be used as your handle for your stamp. Once everything is dry and in place your stamp in the paint and then stamp your storyboard background. Remember, today we are just printmaking, so only stamp your desired background for each of your storyboard boxes. All right, STEAM scholars, we learned the 3 R's of recycling: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Today, we use each of the 3 R's to do printmaking for our storyboard. Did you know that animators, artists who is involved in creating animated cartoons, use printmaking and storyboards to create some of your favorite TV shows? Check out Disney storyboard artist Alan, who animated the movie Zootopia. If you enjoyed today's project, you too could become an animator or an environmental scientist, an artist, a mechanical engineer, or architect. Whatever you choose, you will be great at. Keep up with your challenge of recycling or reusing some items at your house or school. Also, practice reducing by turning off water and lights that you are no longer using. To help you learn more about recycling, you will choose to read Michael Recycle or Miss Fox's Class Goes Green. Next week, I will visit you via Zoom or Google Meet. Together, we are going to create our very own television using what we created from week 1 and 2. Until next time, my STEAM scholars, be great and keep exploring. Bye-bye.